So, one thing I've been doing for the past few years now is at least testing Linux on any of the PC that I get my hands to. So when I buy a new PC and I start using it, after some times I will just try Linux on it, and I also sometimes end up making Linux the main operating system for that PC. So I just switch to Linux. It's very easy to get tired of Windows. Maybe something happens, you just remember. Okay, so uh, so when people install Linux, they do certain things that I think, like I've installed Linux, but I was Ubuntu. I've installed Ubuntu. Uh, I've installed Arch Linux as well, but I've mostly installed Ubuntu. And one thing I can tell you about Linux installation is that I don't think these unetboots, some of all these software that you use to unmount an ISO file, sorry, mount an ISO file into a USB drive. I don't think they are required, but you can just do it directly on your computer by mounting it and then copying those files into your USB drive, and then doing what you want to do with it. That is running a Linux without testing it through the USB drive or installing it. So I really don't know. I don't know why. So I'm going to show you how I do my own Linux installation. If there is anything that, if you think I'm missing something by doing it this way, please let me know in the comment section. Let's get there. So before I go on, there's something I will tell you. If you are for this recent computers, laptops, if you want to install Linux, make sure you turn off your BitLocker. So the BitLocker key that comes with OEM installed Windows. What I mean by OEM installed Windows, like the Windows that comes with your new computer. The BitLocker is inside the TP and the trusted platform module. There's no way you can get access to it. I don't know if you're able to update it, like get it and then retrieve it from there while you are booting into your computer, and then update your Microsoft, back it up on your Microsoft account. I don't know, but I ran into a problem recently when I tried to boot Linux through a USB drive, where after booting Linux, it's going to alter some configuration. I love that, and then I tried to boot Windows, and it locked me out of the computer, requesting for the BitLocker file, which I didn't have backed up anywhere. And although I made a backup like 3 or 4 weeks ago, so I went to search if I would be able to see that BitLocker file in the backup in the file system. I couldn't see it, and after some research, I discovered that the BitLocker file that comes, the BitLocker key that comes with your pre-installed window is actually encrypted, not just saved, but encrypted inside that TPM, the trusted platform module of that hardware. So please take note of that. Turn off your BitLocker before trying to test Linux on your computer. So I have my USB connected to my USB flash drive connected to my computer, and here it is. I also have the Ubuntu distro. I think this is version 22.04, downloaded from their official website. So the first thing I'll do is I'll create a virtual CD-ROM drive by mounting this. So it's try to decompress this ISO file and mount it on a virtual CD-ROM drive. This might take some time. Give me just security questions to make sure that it's from a trusted source. Yes, I know where I downloaded it from, so I trust it. So I'll open it. We now have all the files here in you can see this CD-ROM drive here, a virtual one. So I copy. So I'm going to copy all the files here. Then I'll come to this USB drive, and first I'll have to format this USB drive. So remember, please format this USB drive before doing anything to it, and make sure that the file allocation table file system is selected, which is FAT32 here. So this was an older file system that was used by Windows, Microsoft some time ago. It has been replaced by this NTFS, which is the current Windows file system. Linux has theirs, which is EST4. So when you are installing Windows, make sure you understand that both Windows and Linux, they have different file system. But this one, you can use them on both Windows and Linux. Like if you connect this USB drive to a Linux computer, it's still going to be able to read files that are there. So I'll do a quick format here. Make sure this quick format is selected to make things quicker. So yeah, it has been formatted. Okay. So I'll come to the USB flash. So I'll come to this virtual drive. Okay, I've already copied them before. So I'll paste those contents, the content from this virtual drive. I'll paste them here. So this is going to take some time, so I will have to pause the video. So I now have all the files copied from this virtual disk into my USB flash drive. I can now unmount this. Why isn't it asking me to unmount? Rather, it's asking me to eject. Okay, I will eject it. Yeah, and then for our flash drive, we can now also eject our flash drive from this place. I repeat, if you want to boot Linux from your USB flash drive in a laptop that comes pre-installed with Windows, make sure you turn off this BitLocker encryption. You have to turn off that BitLocker encryption. Otherwise, you run into this problem that I ran into 2 days ago. Okay. So I will plug my insert my USB flash here just to make sure. Okay, I'll turn this off. So I'm about to boot into Linux just to make sure that to see that everything is working as it should. So I'm pressing this is a HP NVS 360. I'm pressing the escape key to sort of delay startup. So I'll go into the boot menu to change the order of the boot. For this one, you can see it's the F9. So I'll go there. So I will boot from this SanDisk USB drive. You see, continue trial installing Ubuntu. And as you can see, we have our Ubuntu booting from our USB hard drives. I didn't have to use any of these software, unetbootin. So there are so many of them out there. When I see tutorials, almost every tutorial I see people recommend this. Okay. Yeah. As you can see, we have our Ubuntu loading. So it's asking us to try or install Ubuntu. I will definitely install Ubuntu later, but for now we'll have to try Ubuntu.